So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a short pickup to about the 25. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Second down and 8. Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and really added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On 1, ready? 2nd down and 6 now.
Here's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown giving up.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The Bengals in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Pick drop by Trayvon Diggs.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Throwing, Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
At the 19-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Bengals nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Prescott now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 1, ready?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
mighty. 11, mighty.
Burrow on third down. No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Charlie Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
On 1, ready? 11, 11, 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Micah Parsons
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here we go.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Short throw to Smith, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here we go, here we go.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 40-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Hey, we got to go score.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here on the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Prescott yet again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Dances by him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Now the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. In motion left, the tight end.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Gun.
Here's first and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on second down.
12.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Here we go.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. This is Smith with the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1, right?
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd down. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes, right side. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Here we go, here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Dallas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.